Hello, people that know how's it doing? Today, I'm here to talk of. So this week, it's supposed to be Fire Safety Awareness Week, and you probably never hear me talk about this subject a lot because I don't really talk about much because I don't know much about how to deal with fires and the rest. I know my basic stuff, I suppose you could say, but so I'm sure people understand what I'm going to say because it is very basic stuff. Because I'm not too established in this sector of society, I suppose you could say. But obviously, huge shout out to the servicemen of every fire department in Ireland. Do absolutely great work. Volunteers, some of them volunteers that get up at every time of the night to respond to fires, and everybody in this country salutes them for their hard work and bravery to this country, and to the protection of thousands of people in this country. I'm sure everybody would take a minute to say to every firefighter who's serving in Ireland at the moment of time, pat themselves on the back because they're doing a good job. They've done a great job to this country. I just wanted to say that first. So yeah, as I always say, fire safety awareness. So basically, to stop a fire, you need to have a smoke alarm, right? That's the first thing you need to have, and I know it's hard to balance the budget between your daily allowance, I suppose you could say. It's hard to balance the budget for everything. But I'm just going to say this to people. It's better to have it. It's better to have the fire alarm and spend a few euro on the battery to get the fire alarm working than, burning in bed, which is you wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy. The majority not even burning in bed, you carbon dioxide poisoning. So yeah, it's good to have a fire alarm. It's no harm to have a fire alarm, and I would recommend to people who don't use the fire alarm, I suppose you could say, to please use it because it is a life saving. It's life saving. It saves so many people's lives. Obviously the carbon dioxide alarm is another thing would be very useful, especially if you're using open fires and open appliances too. Because it's a silent killer. You can't see it. I can't even tell you how many people I remember hearing about that died from carbon dioxide, and sadly there are older people that back in their day they wouldn't have had any such thing as a carbon dioxide alarm. So I'm just saying to people, if you have older family members, if you could give them one of them, it would be life saving. It's a life saving tool, the same as the fire alarm, and obviously. The two life-saving things, and they really are very important. And I can't stress it enough. I'm not saying to people, go out and buy and make the shops full of money, but it is life-saving. That's why they're there. They're there to protect, to try and save lives, to try and get people out of burning buildings before the inevitable. So obviously fire extinguishers too, very important. Good thing to have, I suppose you could say. But the thing is, there's what I find when I'm in public buildings. There's different kind of fire extinguishers. Like there's water, and then there's different sorts of fire extinguishers. I'm sure people get what I mean, especially if you walk in swimming pools or in places that use chemicals. It's different. It's not all water. There's different foams and everything in there. Which is it's hard to get your head around it, I suppose you could say. But it is something to know how to use a fire extinguisher, how to hold it right. I know my basic stuff. You hold it like this. You have the handle and you hold it like this, and you put it down. You always keep your hand. As far as I always keep a good grip on it. That's what I say. Always keep a good grip on it. But I would say to people, always if you do have fire extinguishers, obviously check them every month or so, just to see if they work, because they can tighten up and not work. So, once a month, just check them. It's good to be safe than sorry, as I always say. There's fire blankets too, especially if you're working in kitchens. Obviously are very important too. It's always worth having. As I always say, these equipment's always worth having. As long as if you buy them once, if you buy a fire extinguisher once, if you test every month and it works, you won't have to put a big investment into it every month. But fire blankets obviously very important too. Everything that I say is really important. Obviously good fire exit, even doors, even have your keys you know, in a place that it's not at the foot though, like that's obviously going to start bulkways and the rest of that. But have them in a place that you can easily get them yourself if there's a fire and you'll be easily able to get out. And that brings me on to my next point. Never have a fire exit blocked. Like there was one time I was in the building, and this is back when I was younger. And this was this shop, right? It was in Dublin. It was an upstairs shop. And the fire alarm went off. It was probably just a fire drill. I can't remember what's the fire drill. It wasn't a fire because I don't think they called the fire brigade. So obviously, you know, the fire exit was blocked, which looked terrible in the business. Because if there was a fire, we, you know, because we were on the 12th floor of the building, like there was no, unless the fire engine came and got a ladder, you know, there was no way of us getting out of it. If the fire was coming up the building, you know what I'm saying. But obviously it's really important to have fire exits working and, you know, able to access them quickly and not have them blocked. So to businesses, I'm appealing to that too, because there's always fire exits in public buildings too. You know, always have them at the ready. So that's really it. You know, if you do all them things, you know, you are going to, you know, are going to be ready, I suppose, because it's always good to be ready. And to always expect unexpected, I suppose you could say, because at any time a fire could happen. Like electric malfunction could happen, like it can easily happen. You know, things can happen. And acts of God can happen. And it's always good to be, you know, a step ahead of it, I suppose you could say. As I said, there's so many people you hear of just burning to death in their bed, or carbon dioxide, you know, taking their lives in the night. And it's tragic to hear it. It's tragic. But I just say to people, you know, take on board what I said. It is a bit of investment and money, but it's well worth the money if you have a family, especially if you have a family, because there's nothing more precious to somebody than having a family, because you know people's lives are more important than, you know, throwing out a few money. That's the way I look at it. Because obviously you can get another house, you can get more furniture, you can get, you know, more appliances, more, you know, money and everything, but you can't get somebody's life back, and that's something we all have to remember. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more, and bye.